Hello and welcome to Sarcastic Videos. Today we're going to be talking about Boss Baby, starring the voice of Alec Baldwin. This is an animated movie, and it is pretty well done as far as the animation goes, and it is a funny movie. There are some things missing, like the characterization isn't there as much as you would want from an animated movie. It's a really interesting the way that they did this film because a lot of people didn't seem to get it when it came out in theaters, that this whole thing is being told from the perspective of a 7-year-old boy. And that's why things are the way they are. That's why it appears to this 7-year-old boy that this baby is coming in and taking over. And this whole big adventure they go on is all in this 7-year-old boy's mind. They don't really make that clear in the film, so I think there was some confusion there between people who watched the movie. But other than that, I mean, it is a fun movie. There are some good jokes, not a lot. There's not a lot of laughs, that's the one thing. They seem to be more trying for quirky humor and a little bit of heart, which they do have some heart. You know, it's these two kids, who are brothers and learning to love one another instead of, trying to act like their parents can only love one of them. So one has to go, which is what they've been doing through, the first half of the movie almost, until they decide to work together. And they have an adventure. They're trying to prevent the world's most cutest puppy who never grows up from being created in a way so that babies stop being the cutest thing around, which is the main goal of the movie. And again, there are some moments where they actually show the difference between the boy's imagination and the real world. Like, this is something they showed in the trailer where in his imagination there's this whole big car chase going on where he's trying to trap the baby into implicating himself, and he's being dragged behind a car while the car is just barreling down the road, and then they show it what's really happening, and it's just this tiny little toy car that the kid's driving. Those ones that run on like a battery and barely move. It's one of those cars, and the kid's being dragged behind, but it's barely even moving. And the parents are just glad that they're playing together. So that kind of perspective puts it off, where where the whole time you're watching the movie, you're wondering, what does this look like to the adults? Every time they do something crazy, like they go into this corporation and they find this dog rocket where this guy's gonna be shooting all these dogs all over the world, I guess, and they never really show what that looks like in reality. You only see what it looks like in the boy's imagination. So I'm wondering if maybe they gave up on that or cut those scenes, something like that. It just seems odd that they would show it once and then never show it again, because you lose that perspective and you're kind of, in the back of your mind, you're distracted thinking, what does this look like in real life? We're being shown what it looks like from the boy's point of view, but what does it look like in real life? So that's a distraction throughout the movie. And there's some funny moments. The cookies for closers line was funny, making fun of his lines from Glenn Ross. And Alec Baldwin was funny. Like, as soon as he starts talking, he sounds like a boss. So having him as the boss baby is great. The kid is funny a little bit. He turns pretty fast from trying to get rid of the baby, to trying to help him, but you can kind of see his motivation behind it. The parents are kind of they don't really have a role. It's mostly just these two, the baby and the 7-year-old boy, interacting. There's not a lot of room for other characters in this, so that it loses some of the points there. But overall, I mean, it's a good movie. It's not great. There's some funny parts. There's some interesting parts. I wish they would have shown more about what the real world looked like what these boys looked like in real life, not just what they looked like in the 7-year-old's imagination. That would have been more interesting, I think. But other than that, it was entertaining. Just not entertaining enough to like recommend buying it or anything like that. If you do like it, you can go ahead and buy it, but it's more of something you watch once and then don't watch again. There is a sequel coming in. I've heard that was greenlit, so maybe you'll see more of the same, or maybe they'll improve on it. I would rate this 6 out of 10. It's just slightly above average. So, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have a nice day.